If you're a West Houston homeowner asking, should I sell now or should I wait? I want you to stop thinking about that question as a yes or a no decision. Because the better question is this: when will my home have the strongest buyer demand and the least amount of competition and the best chance to create urgency? I'm Raquel Bell with Bell Property Group, and after more than 11 years of helping homeowners sell throughout West Houston, Katy, Fulshear, Richmond, Cypress, and the surrounding Houston markets, I can tell you this: smart sellers do not just wait for the market to be good. Smart sellers hire realtors who study the timing, the historical patterns, buyer pool, inventory, as well as your personal timeline before they help you make a move. So today, let's talk about whether you should sell now or wait, but from a more strategic lens, of course. In West Houston, seasonality matters. And I know we do not have the same dramatic seasons that other parts of the country have. However, real estate still has seasons. Buyer behaviors change throughout the year. Inventory changes. Family timelines change. Relocation timeline changes. And new construction incentives during the season matters. Lastly, the number of competing listings in your neighborhood can change your entire strategy. One mistake sellers make is assuming summer is always the best time to sell because more people are moving. Sometimes that is true. However, sometimes by summer, the most serious buyers have already made their decisions. Many buyers with children want to be under contract, closed, settled, and planted before the school year ends. They are not casually looking in February, March, and April. They're actually planning. This is why late winter and early spring can be so powerful. February can be a smart time for sellers who want to get ahead of the rush and increase inventory. By February, serious buyers are watching. They have already started their search. They may have already been waiting through the holidays, and now they are ready to make decisions. If your home is prepared, priced correctly, and positioned well, you may be entering the market before every other seller in the neighborhood decides to list. March and April can become one of the strongest windows because buyer demand tends to build up before inventory fully catches up. This is where the strategy matters. You do not want to be the fifth similar home that hits the market after buyers have already seen 4 others. You want to be one of the homes that sets the standard. Nationally, mid-April is a strong seller window based on historical pattern. However, I always tell my client, West Houston needs a hyperlocal read. What is true nationally may not be exactly true in Katy, Fulshear, Richmond, Cypress, Memorial, the Energy Corridor, or a specific gated section. A luxury home on an oversized lot may have a different best window than a production home competing against new construction. A home zoned to a high-demand school may behave differently than a home where the buyer pool is mostly relocation or executive level. So when I advise sellers, I'm not just looking at a calendar. I am looking at historical data and current market shifts together. Historical data tells us what usually happens. It shows us when inventory tends to rise, when buyers tend to become more active, when days on market usually improves, and when sellers start seeing more competition. But current market shifts tells us what is happening right now. Are mortgage rates moving? Is inventory building? Are buyers asking for more concessions? Are certain price points moving faster than others? Are new construction communities offering incentives that compete with resale homes? That is the difference between using data and truly interpreting data for right now. For example, if your home is in the West Houston luxury market and your price point is already seeing strong activity, waiting may not help you. We are still seeing well-positioned homes move within 30 days or less. And in some price points, the right home can receive multiple offers in 48 hours or less. However, that does not mean every home should rush to the market. It means the homes that match current buyer demand, have strong presentation, and are priced within the buyer's perception of value can still perform extremely well. Now, if your home needs preparation, that changes the answer. If you're sitting in January and your home needs paint, repairs, landscaping, updated lighting, staging, or maintenance work, you may not want to launch immediately. However, you also may not want to wait until May to start thinking about it. The smart move may be to use late fall, that's your December or January, as your preparation window so that you are ready to hit the market in February, March, or April with confidence. That is what seasoned sellers do. They do not start preparing when everyone else starts listing. They prepare early so that they can choose their launch window instead of being forced into one. The other thing to consider is competition. In a market with more inventory, timing becomes even more important. When buyers have more choices, your home needs to enter the market when it can stand out. Sometimes that means listing before a wave of competing homes arrive. Sometimes it means watching your neighborhood carefully to avoid launching at the exact same time as several similar homes. This is why sell now or wait cannot be answered from a headline. It has to be answered from your actual market position. So here's how I would simplify this. You may want to sell sooner if your home is ready. Your neighborhood has active demand, your price point is moving, and you want to capture serious buyers. You may want to wait if your home needs preparation. If major maintenance items could weaken your negotiation position, or if your next move is not clear enough for you to make a confident decision, you need to wait. However, you do not want to wait simply because you are hoping the market will make the decision for you. The strongest sellers are the ones who plan ahead and launch when the home has the best chance to meet the right buyer at the right moment. If you are thinking about selling in West Houston or surrounding markets, schedule a seller consultation with me, Raquel Bell of Bell Property Group. We will look at your home, your timing, your neighborhood, your competition, and your next move so you can decide whether selling now or waiting is the smarter strategy for you and your family. Until next time.